You don't need motivation. You need Stoic Self Discipline 1. Why motivation fails. Most people believe motivation is the key to success, that magical burst of energy that pushes you to take action. But here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. It fades when life gets difficult, when emotions fluctuate, or when results come slow. The Stoics knew this long ago, that waiting to feel like doing something is the fastest path to weakness. Real growth begins when you act without motivation, when you act from discipline. 2. The Stoic view of action. Stoic philosophy teaches that action is not dependent on mood. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." The Stoic path is not about feeling inspired, but about doing what's right because it's your duty, because it aligns with your values. Discipline is about aligning actions with principles, not emotions. 3. Motivation versus discipline. The key difference: motivation is emotional, it rises and falls. Discipline is logical, it's built on choice and repetition. Motivation seeks comfort and excitement. Discipline seeks consistency and purpose. The Stoics trained their minds to be unmoved by emotions, to act regardless of feelings. That's how you become unshakable, not by chasing highs, but by mastering yourself. 4. The Stoic practice of self-command. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that freedom is not doing whatever you want, it's mastering your desires. Self-command is the ability to say no to temptation and yes to your purpose. It's waking up early when you don't want to, doing the work when no one is watching, and keeping your word when it's inconvenient. That's true power, the Stoic kind of freedom that comes from discipline. 5. Training the mind. Like a soldier, Stoics believed in mental training, just as athletes train the body. They practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting, waking early, enduring silence, to toughen the spirit. When you train your mind through small daily acts of discipline, you become unbreakable. You no longer depend on motivation. You build strength that endures through chaos, failure, and fatigue. 6. The role of routine and structure. Discipline thrives in structure. The Stoics valued order, a clear morning routine, daily reflection, and focused work. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Creating structure removes the need for constant decision-making and excuses. You don't wonder if you'll work out or meditate, you simply do it, because it's part of who you are. 7. Emotional control, the core of Stoic discipline. Discipline is not just about action. It's about control over your internal world. When things go wrong, most people react. They panic, complain, or quit. The Stoic response is calm and rational. You pause, reflect, and respond with reason. Emotional discipline gives you stability when life tests you. It turns chaos into clarity. 8. Turning discipline into identity. Secret of lasting self-discipline is to make it part of who you are, not just what you do. Instead of saying, "I need to be motivated to study," say, "I'm the kind of person who studies no matter what." Identity shapes behavior more powerfully than emotion. The Stoics saw discipline not as punishment, but as self-respect, a daily practice of living according to your highest self. 9. How to build Stoic discipline in everyday life. Start small. Control one thing daily: your wake-up time, your phone use, your reactions. Every act of control strengthens your willpower. Reflect each night like Marcus Aurelius did. Ask yourself, did I live according to my principles today? This awareness is how Stoic discipline grows, one deliberate act at a time, until it becomes second nature. 10. The peace that comes from discipline. Motivation gives excitement. Discipline gives peace. When you live with discipline, you no longer depend on external validation or moods. You move with calm, steady confidence. You know that even on bad days, you'll still do what's necessary. That peace, that inner stillness, is what the Stoics called ataraxia, the unshakable tranquility of a disciplined soul. 11. Conclusion. The Stoic path beyond motivation. You don't need to feel inspired to act. You just need to act. Motivation fades, but Stoic self-discipline endures. Every choice to do what's right, even when it's hard, builds a stronger, freer version of you. So stop waiting for motivation. Build discipline. Live by principle. And watch your life transform the Stoic way.